Thank you. Is this thing on? Yes, I think so. Well, good afternoon, everybody. We had a little bit of a shaky start. So, my name is Lord Tussington, and I am here to speak to you about a very important development in the field of operating systems. For many years, we've been under the jackboot of the cabal of imperialist distributions. I'm not even talking about the wicked likes of Microsoft, but the imperialists, Red Hat, their lackeys, the SUSE, and the Ubuntu clique. Enough is enough. In 2014, the new era of operating system supremacy began. A gentleman disclosed a most wonderful operating system that had been developed in a democratic People's Republic of Korea. He demonstrated it at CCC, and from this point forward, patriots, free thinkers, and Juche ideologists everywhere have been pushing forward with this great vision of operating system development under the wise guidance of Kim Il-sung. This operating system is guided by an architectural principle that no other operating system is. Many today will talk about unikernel, they'll talk about monolithic versus dynamic linking versus this or that construct of the imperialist paradigm. But unless, under the wise guidance of First Secretary of the People's Working Party of Korea, His Excellency Kim Jong-un, if we do not follow his thought of Juche-oriented architecture, as you can see Comrade Rodman is doing at the bottom of the image, then we'll be stuck with the imperialists forever. There are many wonderful features in Red Star OS, but I have a personal favorite. It does not succumb to the reactionary vision of System D. When the time comes and the wall is built, then yes, then at Pottering we know which side of it you're on, Chubby. But it's not just the deep technological prowess that stems from the vision of the great leader that makes Red Star OS so wonderful. It is borrowed from the finest minds of history. Comrade Jobs had a wonderful vision for the aesthetic of an operating system, and Red Star OS has faithfully reproduced it. May he rest in peace. And they've done so built on top of KP, none of this GTK reactionary garbage. However, it's when we get to the deep internals of Red Star OS that we find its finest features. For years, we've had many problems with, sick types in society that will be distributing terrible illicit material. I'm talking about dank pepe memes. And how are we to catch them? How are we to say that, one man is not just passing them to another and then giving it to his daughter, and then her daughter gives it to her friends, and suddenly it's a pepe apocalypse? Well, Red Star OS has a wonderful feature. As you can see here, we have highlighted in the hex editor the EOF watermark of a Word document. Let us presume it has the rarest of their names. And here you can see the file after it has been opened on a system running Red Star OS. It has been altered to inject a fingerprint that is tied to the serial number of the CPU on the device on which it was opened. Yeah, sorry, but there are wonderful implications for surveillance, such that as files are distributed through any kind of social network, be it hand-to-hand, physical, or online, one could determine the path that they are taking. One could map back a social network diagram of the perpetrators and let them know swift Louisiana justice. Now, I've actually put together some tools here, which you can see, which can be used to tie the fingerprint back to the system, which generated it, and I'll distribute that GitHub URL later. But here is a simulation of what we can do. You can see all of these are just usernames, not real names. All of the people have shared such terrible material. I believe one of them is in the audience and must be stopped. But yes, this is just a simulation, as I said. Now, one of the other wonderful features of Red Star OS is that it liberates the end user from the complexities and difficulties of having root on their own system. The entire thing is sandboxed, and therefore the user can operate under the wise guidance of Juche root principles. However, some terrible reactionaries, such as Hacker Fantastic, I'm not sure what kind of Bolshevik he is, have found ways to get through this and to bypass this wonderful feature. Yes, so they've done that to bypass this feature, and they've gone to that great, evil, imperialist overlord, MITRE, and asked for one of their wicked CPE numbers. This other gentleman has done it too, and it's despicable. MITRE, as you can see in this faithful rendition here, is responsible for many atrocities against the Korean people, and it will not be tolerated any longer. So I'd like to present you with a vision and an opportunity for the future. We are going to take back the enterprise Linux. We are going to put together a supported distribution with backported security patches and other important value add, whilst never straying from the core of Juche operating system principles. And if any of you wonderful ladies and gentlemen have any spare change and would like to invest, we are now taking angel investor funds. So yes, I'm hoping that some of you can afford to invest in this wonderful business opportunity, because the days of operating system that generally must end. It's been too much, too long. I mean, we might have got rid of the TPP, but that was just, what are you doing? Put it.